Hi, my name is Austin Farrell, and thanks for joining me for this recording in the series on Teaching with AI, Practical Guidance for Real Classrooms. In the previous video, we discussed some advanced AI applications that you can try out, especially if you've been using AI for a minute in your classrooms or in your teaching practice. In this recording, we are going to discuss some of the personal exploration that I want to do with AI. So I've used it a bit in my own teaching practice, but these are some of the ways that I want to try to grow in, some new things I want to try out. So the first of those is making bots. I haven't made any custom bots, but I can already think of some potential benefits of creating custom bots. So I've seen bots that focus on Bloom's taxonomy. I've seen bots that can create questions based on the Kaplan depth and complexity framework. I've seen bots that focus on the depth of knowledge framework, but I want to make custom bots that particularly create levels 3 or 4 of the depth of knowledge framework, and consider Bloom's and Kaplan's depth and complexity. So a chatbot, a custom chatbot that focuses on all three. In one of the sessions I attended at the NAGC 25 conference, Melissa Edmonds of Prince William County Public Schools, Virginia, had a presentation on how to create question sequences. And these question sequences simply focus on Bloom's and the Kaplan depth and complexity framework. And using both of those, it can really give students some more interesting and engaging questions on whatever topic you're covering in class. And then there was another session where Susan Langley and Kelly Kearney of University of Connecticut, Ashley Carpenter of William and Mary Center for Gifted Education, and Kenneth Wright of Talcott Mountain Academy, they discussed their advanced options planning tool, which is called ADOPT for short. And in their discussion of this tool, they talked about how you can use the Bloom DOK matrix to scale up questions to levels 3 and 4 of that depth and complexity framework. So I would just like to do this easily and quickly. And I think creating a custom chatbot that really takes all of these things into account, Bloom's, Kaplan's, and the depth of knowledge, if it can take all of those into account, it can produce some really great questions, I think. So yeah, I want to create a custom bot for that. Also, I want to try to integrate AI as a part of my assessments a bit more. So this was discussed in a session at the NAGC 25 conference, and the session was led by Kimberly Chandler and Catherine Thompson of Johns Hopkins Center for Talented Youth. So one thing I do want to mention is if you are having trouble preventing students from using AI in your or on your assessments, try to get assessments that have students demonstrate their mastery of content and reasoning in real time. So that looks like maybe writing assignments where they write in class, debating assignments, right, where they have to use their reasoning skills real time, obviously solving math problems real time in the classroom, and opportunities for students to maybe teach other students. That can be a chance for them to demonstrate that reasoning and content mastery. But outside of that, there is actually a space and an opportunity for students to use AI on assessments, in assessments. So for example, AI can provide students with feedback on an assignment or on an essay. And this feedback, let's say students do a math problem, or again, students write an essay, they can use this feedback to then go back and improve their work. So it doesn't have to be cheating. It can actually be a step in their process of completion of the product that's going to demonstrate their understanding. Another one, AI can be used as a way to encourage debate and critique. So you can actually have a student interact with a chatbot, and the chatbot's purpose or design could be to always critique the student's thoughts and to engage in debate with the student. And the student, in engaging in that debate with the AI chatbot, you can actually see that student's reasoning real time. And you can even use the history of the student's chat to evaluate this, right? So as a student responds to the chatbot, their responses and the chatbot's responses are seen in the history of the student's chat, and you can use that to evaluate the student's reasoning and their mastery. So those are good. You can also have students reflect on what AI produces. So you can have the students maybe use AI to produce something, or you can have AI produce something, and then the students reflect on that. They think about the content, or they think about the process that the AI used to get the content. Why did the AI produce something, or how would they change what the AI produced, right? So AI can be a part of assessment. You just have to make sure that it is not preventing students from demonstrating mastery in particular areas. But AI can be a partner in assessment and a very helpful tool in assessment as well. The last area where I want to kind of branch out and explore AI is kind of a large area, but it's my teacher tasks. So where can AI save me more time in the classroom? How can AI be used to inform and make more efficient my curriculum design process, what I teach and how I figure that out and structure that, right? And then how can AI be used to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of my instructional practices, how I teach things, what can AI do to kind of inform that? And I just want to try that out. Maybe that looks like creating custom chatbots to help with particular instructional practices that I'm trying to work on. Or maybe that looks like using general prompting. I don't know, but I want to figure out where AI can fit in my curriculum design, my instructional practices, and just saving me time on my teacher tasks. All right, so that's about it for me as it pertains to my personal exploration. Thanks for listening to this recording. I've got 2 special recordings coming out next. One of them is going to be focused on a day in the life of a teacher effectively implementing AI in their curriculum design, and then a day in the life of a teacher effectively implementing AI in their instructional practice. So as you know, these are 2 areas where I want to try to implement AI more, and I think they can, if I can do it well, it can really save me time and make what I produce better. And so I want to kind of share maybe a framework or an outline for what that might look like for you. Now, obviously, there are so many different ways, so many different aspects of curriculum design. And so this isn't going to be, neither of these videos are going to be all encompassing. Of course, there's multiple components to instructional practice. But instead of being all encompassing, I just want this to provide a vision, an idea for what it might look like. And then you can use AI on your own in your own curriculum design or instructional practice. So I will catch you in the next recordings, and thanks for joining for this video.